What is going on, YouTube? If y'all are just scrolling by already, feel free to stop by. We're chilling tonight. We're gonna talk about a few things tonight as well. All right, we got the poll up. I hope everyone's having a good night. Hopefully the mic stays on throughout the entire stream tonight. Hopefully we don't have any issues with that. But if y'all are just scrolling by, go ahead and stop by the live stream. Say what's up. Tap in. We're just chilling tonight. So let me go grab this paper real quick. All right. I got the paper. I got some stuff to talk about today. Just got it written down on the piece of paper. So I went ahead and grabbed that. But we're gonna let people get in here for a little bit. Go ahead and get into the stream. Then we'll go ahead and start talking about what we gotta talk about. The Intertech video is up if any of y'all are interested in that as well. I'd really appreciate it if y'all stop by that video and drop a like, check it out for me. I spent 6 hours editing, trying to you know, do all that fun stuff. What's going on, the Lost Sheep Ministry? Hope you're doing good. Appreciate you stopping by. Shelman, I hope y'all are doing good tonight. Man, I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. I got a review on the Intertech 22. That is the handgun with a ribbed grip right there in front of you. It's pretty fun. Other than that, I'm doing great. Appreciate y'all stopping by the live stream for real. Usually we got everyone in the live stream by now. Yeah, the lost sheep. That definitely sucks that you can't protect yourself. But hopefully you don't ever get put in that situation where you would need a firearm, knife, or pepper spray. But it definitely sucks that you don't have the right to defend yourself. But yeah, tonight, y'all, we're gonna talk about what Colorado is doing, what law they passed, and all that fun stuff. So I guess we can go ahead and talk about it. Um, Let me make sure my mic is still working. Sometimes it likes to cut off on its own. All right, so if y'all don't know, Colorado just passed a bill. Colorado has passed a bill, Senate Bill 25-003, which restricts the sale of certain semi-automatic firearms with detachable magazines. Though it doesn't ban them outright, the bill prohibits manufacturers distribution, transfer, and purchase of specific semi-automatic firearms. Individuals can still purchase these firearms after completing safety courses and passing background checks. The bill also bans rapid fire trigger devices. So what this bill does, it targets semi-automatic rifles, shotguns, and gas-operated handguns that accept detachable magazines. Um, yes, sir. Sponsor, I appreciate you stopping by. Always got to go with the MP5. Hope you're doing good. Hope you all are doing good right now. We're just going over this bill Colorado passed. Um, so the to purchase a detachable, excuse me, to purchase a firearm with a detachable magazine in the state of Colorado after August 1st, 2026. Um, Individuals can purchase these firearms after obtaining a firearm safety course eligibility card, which requires a background check and may involve a sheriff's review. Which, is just bullshit. That's an infringement on the right. That's, a lot of people don't have that time. Um, a lot of people, you know, don't feel like spending the extra money going through these extra steps and loopholes that people want to create. So this bill has no impact on existing ownership. The bill does not affect guns that Coloradians already own. Rapid fire devices banned. Rapid fire trigger devices like bump stocks are now prohibited. And the date that this law will be in effect is August 1st, 2026. Which, in my opinion, all of this is a huge infringement on our rights. Um, the fact that they're adding more steps to the purchasing process for a regular firearm is insane. You know, it should just be walk into a store and pick out what you want and pay for it and pay your $10 background check. You know, this doesn't do anything. You know, the only people this bill will affect is people who will already abide by laws. It's not going to affect anyone that's actually, I guess you could say a criminal, someone, who truly just likes doing bad things, I guess. It's not going to affect those people just like any other laws out there that we have do. They don't charge for background checks in Ohio. That's nice, man. Yeah, it's a $10 background check here in Tennessee. Even that, it shouldn't be $10. But all these fucking bullshit rules and regulations that a fucking organization that has no legal like authority, like they're not the law, they're not the police, and they're not the government. All they do is create fucking bullshit rules for firearms that the government tries to uphold legally in court. And it sucks, but it is what it is. I was gonna say, I talked to someone about like what would happen if the ATF got um, disabled or whatever you want to call it. Um, it would have a big impact for the DEA because the DEA uses the ATF to carry out, whatever they got going on. Loco por Lo Carlos, appreciate you stopping by. Yes, sir. They're real. Appreciate you. Man, I can't pronounce that, man. I'm gonna keep it a stack. But yes, sir. I just posted a review on the Intratec 22 Scorpion. If any of y'all are interested in that, that is this handgun right here. It's pretty cool. But like constitutionally, We have the right to carry military style weaponry, whether it's a full auto AR, AK, handgun, MP5, whatever you want. You know, not allowing um, just people access to these firearms without going through all the legal loopholes is, an infringement on our rights. Um, Me, when I was 18, I could only buy long rifles and shotguns. That was an infringement on my rights. You're telling me as an 18-year-old I can buy a long gun. I can't legally open carry the long gun, but I can't buy a handgun to protect myself. That just makes no sense. I was willing to be reasonable until I had to be unreasonable. Sometimes reasonable men just do unreasonable things. That's definitely true. Not a sponsor. What's good, Goon Side? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping back by. Most definitely, Russ. Um, most civilians do not own stuff like RPGs, cannons. Uh, we definitely don't have any personal Navy warships that I've seen. On BO6, nah, I don't be on BO6. I don't really like nuke cards. Like I played it, I dropped a nuke on it, but after that, it's just a throwaway. I'm personally waiting for Black Ops 2 remastered. I feel like they kind of ruined every game after Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 3 was the downhill of Call of Duty for me at least. But yeah, Russ, I actually have a Fortnite world record, y'all. Whether it sounds stupid or not, I have the world record in Fortnite for the longest grenade launcher kill, and it is also, I guess it's two world records: the longest grenade launcher kill and the longest double kill with a grenade launcher. It is 504 meters. We played COD back in the day. I can't stand the game chat lobbies. Yeah, Russ, the game chat is not like it's used to be. And if we hopped on the chat how it was back in the day, we would get communication banned instantly. Is that a, yes, sir, it is. It is an AP5P. So technically it's not a Century Arms, it's an MKE made on HK tooling. It is an AP5P. Century Arms just imports them in. But what do y'all think about Colorado, stripping people of their rights? Yeah, scene. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that for some reason right now. Uh, I'll tell you what, I'm over 1,500 rounds in, and I haven't had a single issue. Mine came brand new with the upgraded ejector. Um, I will say the only thing that mine didn't come with, sadly, was the flash hider, but I'm looking to suppress it. So yeah, not a sponsor. I heard most likely they're gonna do something, but we'll have to wait and see. What's going on, Randy? 1911. I do not have a 1911 outside with me currently, but I have just recently posted a review on a Star B, which is a old Spanish 1911 service handgun. They've been used in military and law enforcement. exactly, Russ. And eventually, the I think the like 1 million government officials, maybe 2 million, they're gonna piss off the rest of us, and you know that's gonna be that. We would just have to correct their mistakes personally, Russ, one day. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. Uh, Arif, I don't know if I pronounced your name right or wrong, but still MP5, yes sir. MP5's gas. Colt Python, man, that is a fire option. I really want a Colt Python. Um, they're pretty pricey though. But favorite, if I could get anything and it'd be free, I'm gonna go with a grandfathered in HK MP5 with the violin case and everything else that goes in it. The Stripeboard SPA one uses a different blowback design, but I think that's similar. Yeah, I like roller delayed rest. That's personally why I went with what I got. When as a whole we say no, they have the power, but if it's not unified a response, it will crack and fall. Most definitely not a sponsor. Yeah, one day we'll end up, just fixing the issues, like I said earlier, but it's going to take all of us to say something at once. Most definitely. Nick, yes sir, it's a Taurus G3C. Outside with us tonight, we got the G3C, the CZ82. It's in 9x18. We have an Intratec Tech 22 Scorpion. There's an MPA 30T Masterpiece Arms. Then the AP5P MKE. Most definitely, and no matter what state you live in, you should be able to carry. Like, uh, it makes no sense for people to have to go through all those legal loopholes just to protect themselves and their loved ones and their property and the people around them. You know, Hawaii is a state at the end of the day, and it sucks they're trying to get rid of concealed carry. Is that a suppressor? It is not. It is a barrel extension or fixed suppressor. Um, it's a MPA 30T. It's either a Mac 10, Mac 11 clone, whichever y'all want to call it. But I learned something recently. There's 12 states that they like to test these laws in, like Colorado, Washington, California, Hawaii, and a few more. What they do in these states is they just propose crazy gun laws, and if it sticks, they're gonna try to bring it to states like Tennessee, Texas, Florida. Most definitely, Russ. These have been our rights for 200 and more than 250 years. Or not 250 years, excuse me. Uh, you know what I mean, though. But the founding fathers, when they meant the right to bear arms, and That's everything that includes a firearm, a sling, a foregrip, a red dot, whatever we need and want. When we were fighting those wars back then, they were using everything at their disposal to make themselves more tactical and more, I guess, fit for the firefight scenarios that they were in, and there definitely, without a doubt, shouldn't be any restrictions on anything like that. And full auto too. We have the right to to protect ourselves from a tyrant government and something of that nature, and our our right to bear arms includes full auto. Most definitely, Russ. Keegan, it is not a Glock. It is a Taurus G3C FDE. It's pretty nice. I like it. It's got a very smooth trigger reset. You really can't go wrong with one. They're budget friendly. They're nice and reliable. Yeah, sponsor. I feel that. But the Taurus though, it looks good. Tactical peanut butter, most definitely. It looks like baby poop. Yeah, I'll tell you what, some lighting does throw it off, most definitely. Like it looked brown, like more of a tan brown the other day instead of the color y'all see. Color y'all see is the true color which you would see in person. You hunt deer, squirrels, turkeys, and sometimes I guess rabbits. You're a ranger green kind of guy. Yeah, man, I'm more of a like I like FDE just because of I feel like Call of Duty, the Black Ops 2 5.7 kind of made me fall in love with the FDE look on handguns. Oh my god, that's a horrible way to look at it, sponsor. What's my favorite gun? Probably MP5s and MP5 variants. Most definitely Rust. Me personally, I have one, and I'm probably gonna stick to one. Um, uh, my girl got pregnant when I was like 19, so I did what I had to do, bossed up. Got to be a better dad than my dad was. You know how it is. But I definitely see more Ranger Green than FDE. I tell you what, the FDEs, those things stink. Hey, kids are definitely great, man. They can be a pain, but it's all worth it. Also, y'all, here soon, we're gonna find out whether or not if they're making pistol brace ARPs or stuff like the MP5 or SBR. But I think it was like I think they're a few weeks past their deadline, so it looks like we're in the clear. And I can't recall the case name, but one of the cases where they charged the guy with unlawful possession of a SRB because his Evo Scorpion had a pistol brace on it. They dropped that, so seems like we're in the clear. This weather outside right now is crazy. I don't know if I'm in the clear. This tree seems like it's gonna fall. I can't lie. 4Kids sponsor? You're a trooper. Do you have a 17 short or a long rifle? Like another sounds. Yeah. The M&P's threaded. The Ruger kit build is threaded. I don't think any of my older rifles from like World War One, World War Two, are threaded. I am going to be bringing those out here soon. There's stuff like the A1 Grand. That's just one of them I like to name because it's probably my favorite from that group. uh, Pimp Daddy. Oh shit, you already know it. At 9x18, it's a little something different. Definitely got some kick to it. I actually got blessed today, y'all. So the range I got my free range time at, they don't allow steel case, and I took some steel case for the 9x18, the CZ, and they let me shoot it. I was like, come on, bro, I won't bring no more. Just let me do this one. It's like I had to ask, and he let me shoot it. So that was really nice of them. I did just post the Intertech video, my honest personal opinions about it. I didn't, you know, go over the internals too much, specifics, but I did post a video on it. Um, it's pretty nice. If y'all want to check that out later or now, whenever y'all want, I appreciate it. I spent a lot of time making that video. Um, and the CZ video will probably come out Thursday night. That's what's up, Ranch. You free? AP5? It is an AP5P, yes, sir. Hi, Kristen. Hope you're doing good, Kristen. Not a sponsor. Did you so the live streams, it is an AI bot that'll what's it called? Flag your lives, and you just gotta appeal it and send them a message, and they'll fix it. What the fuck, Vic? What Taurus is that? It is a G3C FDE. I am from Memphis, Tennessee, Sean. You were touching them for over 30 minutes. Yeah, yeah, that's why, it'll either be a 24-hour or 72-hour live stream ban. Uh, where though? I'd be all over Memphis. I've lived all throughout the city before. Why do y'all never put stocks on our guns? That's a off question. What you mean by y'all? I've stayed in Cordova, and what is it called? Fraser. Having a shotgun. And when I mean Cordova, I mean like more near the Bass Pro. You have a shotgun, a 22 long rifle, a blade gun. I don't know what that is. A 17 long rifle. That's what's up, Keegan. You were cheating with OBS, so it did look like it for a bit. Then I got greedy. Yeah, the sponsor. YouTube will get you for sure. You used to live in Fraser before the army. That's what's up, man. Hopefully, it's all good. Fraser is definitely Fraser. Get you I don't know. They're definitely nice. I like the P10s. Heard good things about them. What's going on, Andrew? Fraser's a ghetto shithole. You know, Fraser's Fraser. You too, Sean. Oh yeah. What branch of the military are you serving in? If you're not heading out yet, Memphis is a very ghetto place overall. But that's just because we're all ghetto down here in a way. Most people that have lived in Memphis, been in Memphis their whole life, at some point in time have done somebody wrong in a shady ass way that I can't talk about online. And if they haven't, that's a blessing. But people are real shysty out here, you know. I appreciate it, Keegan. To our favorite gun, probably MP5. About 10 to 12 years ago, we used to live in Germantown, and that was somewhat a ghetto place. Yeah, Germantown can definitely be ghetto. It's just a bunch of, rich kids that want to be ghetto because they live near Memphis. Yes, sir. I appreciate TR. It's definitely a W. Firearm, the MP5. Like I'll say this right now. Any Germantown, Bartlett, and like Bolton, Lakeland, Arlington, Millington. Like if you went to school there, that's not the hood. That's not the ghetto. I do not hunt. I'll say Cordova is more the hood than any of those places. But like, there's some real dangerous places in Memphis, especially for certain people. Hey, I appreciate it, Godfather. I hope you have some good sleep, man. Have a great day tomorrow. I appreciate you for real. Your favorite is a 300 blackout. Russ, I'm a white man, but I've really been in almost every apartment complex in Memphis. Elijah, it is a CZ 82. It is chambered at 9 by 18. What's going on, Mason? Mason, I'm going 6'5". The 6'5" Grandel all day. Hey, I appreciate it, Alex. How do you like staying out in North Carolina? Carolina. I've heard, bad and good things, but that's about everywhere. It's good. Yeah, Mason, that's true. 300 Blackout's definitely a cool round. And for hunting, I feel like you'll get less damage with a 300. Crack your phone while running. That's tragic. You're living in Germany, you use 5.56. And 5.56 definitely is a very nice round. Uh, I've never seen so many guns in my life at once. Man, there's a lot more than this. People in the U.S. will buy this on a Tuesday and go back and buy more the next day. Yeah, Mason, I feel like, if you train with it, you could probably get a nice shot. You have a good night, Russ. I appreciate you stopping by for real. ARP nice. Yeah, you can call it ARP. I appreciate it. It's a MP5. It's dangerous in New York City. Uh, I'm pretty sure that's what you mean. Now NC. What's NC? I can't remember that at the top of my head for some reason. Do I live in Kentucky? Nah, but I've lived in Kentucky before. That's where my father is from. I've stayed with him for a year or two up there. Man, you take it easy as well, Russ. Yeah, Mason. You know, I was gonna say something like that, but I don't want to expose you. Oh, is he? Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, how so? How is it dangerous out there? KSA. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I got you. TR. I don't know why I missed that. Yeah, TR. I tell you what. Uh, I hear gunshots every night. When I'm doing live streams, I hear gunshots. I hear people, getting pulled over, going to jail. Uh, Maybe people running from the police, all kinds of stuff, and that's on a daily basis. But when it comes to getting robbed, no one wants to rob someone that that looks like they're not finna let them get robbed. You know what I mean? Can I get my rifles out? Not right now, man. Uh, I'm not ending the streamer. Trying to go do all that right now. Keegan, no offense. Am I hearing it right now? Nah, just planes right now. I appreciate it, TR. Um, your brother has a 223. Why though? 6'5". Yeah, Mason, you can get whatever caliber you want in AR. Anything your heart would desire. And what I was gonna say earlier is I know you got the means necessary to get what you want. He said, "Holy gay." I think you should read your username. Yeah, basically, it's definitely tough to pixel it out for sure, especially when there's so many different options out there. Like, I was either going to get the AK-74U clone or a Scorpion or a P90 or Chris Vector next, and it's going to be the Scorpion. After shooting the full auto one, I just got to get the VZ61. 450? Yeah, that would be badass. Keegan, it might be. The MP5 is, you know, if there's a movie with firearms in it, the MP5 is going to be one of those firearms most likely. But me personally, I never watched Squid Games. Honest opinions on it, Nation. Uh, I just posted a video on it if you want to check it out. But it's pretty nice. Uh, other, I just don't like the Ruger magazines. The factory magazines are nice. They fit better. Do I have an AK? I do not have an AK, but I would like to get one. I'm from Brazil. Appreciate you stopping by. If y'all are new here, just say what's up in the chat. We're just chilling. Appreciate all y'all being here for real. For optics, so I spent 15 plus years shooting on irons. Um, but I feel like it's very situational for close quarters. I feel like I would want to, just a basic red dot. Um, you know, longer rifles, I want a nice scope, and handguns, I prefer irons. Nation, appreciate you stopping by for real. You like the, yeah, man. Do you have you bump fired yours yet, Nation? The MPA. How many guns do I have? Uh, outside with me, there's five, but there's a lot more than that. You run irons on everything unless I want to shoot. See, I could shoot 200 plus yards with irons. That's just what I grew up doing. 3 times and was enough. It's scary feeling. Yeah, nation. I love it. Is you know I trust the barrel extension. It's extremely thick. Um, I don't, it doesn't heat up. I don't know which version that you have, but the MPA 30T, bump firing it, I do it all day. What's your thoughts on the super safety? Love it. You know, it makes it super safe. Yeah, nation. It's most definitely fun to shoot. I like it a lot. I want to get a brace for mine here soon, but I'm probably finna focus on the Scorpion. Yeah, Alex, it makes it super safe. Uh, makes it easier to shoot. It's less work. Yeah. With rifles, it was either the A1 Grand, this old 30-06, um, bolt action rifle, a repeater 22. That shit's really fun to shoot. I might bring that out here soon, just because. Uh, and for fun, I would shoot the 410 at it. Yeah, it's definitely something serious, nation. You gotta love a super safety though. The red dot is useless without perfect uh presentation and situation. I can't guarantee there's time for perfect. Most definitely WS. That's a great way to look at it. You're from Brazil. Well, I hope you're doing good in Brazil. Appreciate you stopping by. It's cool to see people from all around the world join the live stream. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Tell you what though, the little red dot I got for the MP5 is pretty nice. Everything out here, you're probably looking at least like at the most 3 bands for everything, including magazines. Some in boxes, some in crates. We got this big ass, massive, like 4 foot by 2 foot metal box just full of ammo. We have a few of those. It's MP5. No, it takes HK Max. MP5 magazines, which mine have no issues. Does it? Uh, Ever shot it without the way to express it? Yes, I have. It's not that bad as you would think, but the you can definitely feel it. Um, and you can bump fire it too without the suppressor, one-handed, and with a good grip on it, you can stay on target. How much was it? I got mine at a very, very good price. It was less than 500, and it is the Grim Reaper variant. And on the front of the fake suppressor, it says "Smile, wait for the flash." It's reliable. I've put over 500 through the MPA, only bump firing it. I've probably put 100 through it, with and without the suppressor, just shooting it as a handgun. Oh, sorry, y'all. I ain't trying to yawn. It's getting late. Uh, Gun store. I'll and if I can't find anything in person, like what I'm looking for, I can't find a good deal, I'll just order, ship it to a store. Pay my little fees, which is what I'm gonna have to do with the Scorpion. Are y'all getting anything new? Oh, excuse me, y'all. The next handgun I'm getting is a VZ61 Scorpion. It is chambered in 32 ACP. Special needs coworker. That shit threw me off, Mason. This shit's funny as hell. I believe you. Yeah, WS. Um, I would get 380, but I personally rather go with the original caliber. He can't read or write, but has a stock box. You know, that's inheritance for you. Alex, I don't think I've seen that yet. A staccato, that's that big money stuff. I feel like you'd be happy with either or. Yeah, most likely once you get one, you're gonna have to get the other one. Sawed off 410 for that's not a bad deal. I would have said, look, I got $150. I appreciate you stopping back by, Keegan. Yeah, WS. And one of the things you can do with scorpions, there's a lot of I don't know if you're into printing or want to get into printing, but they have a lot of printable lowers. And once you print an AR lower for it yourself, you can do so much with it. It is a Intertech Tech 22 Scorpion. It is a pre-ban. I think it was a 1994 assault pistol ban or something shit. I don't remember the actual name of the ban, but I just know it banned tech pistols. And I think a different other firearm. But it got unbanned in like 2004. Um, but this is a pre-ban. You shot a sawed off 410, one hand one time. Yeah, active trigger reset. Uh, I don't know because I don't know the current stance on those. Am I going to brace the VZ? Most likely. I appreciate it, Ice Man. Your Tech 22 had a lot of feeding problems. Not gonna lie, does yours run good? Mine runs pretty good. It has its quirks. Like, um, I will say the magazine, the Ruger magazine, shit. The factory magazines are okay. They fit better than the Ruger mags, and it runs good. In the video, it dried up pretty fast. Um, and I did have to lube it up mid video. But other than that, it's pretty nice. Sometimes it won't eject around, and that's just because the firing pin smashing the shell into the I don't know what the technical term for what that would be for the inside of the barrel right there, um, or into the feed ramp, I guess. But other than that, it's fun as hell to shoot. Yeah, see, that's what it had originally on it when I got it out the box, so I just left it on. But I put oil on it, and it seems to be doing a lot better. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Mine does have ejection issues, but I feel like that's honestly I don't know where it's coming from, but my the little pin on mine is kind of like shaved from use over time, so it just needs to get replaced. My everyday carry, I carry the G3C FDE. Yeah, but I tell you what, it's definitely fun to have. The G3C, yeah, that's just some special ammo I got. That shit will throw sparks 50 feet. Excuse me, 50 yards. I swear. The G2C is definitely reliable. I'll tell you what, the extended mag in it, I wouldn't buy it. Um, but it's extremely reliable. I really love your 365X. Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about those Iceman. They seem to be doing better. SIG as a company, I guess, but people still, don't like them for what they did and how they handled it. But I think the 350s or whatever, the ever shoot Dragon's Breath, I have once. That shit was cool. Shotguns, I might be taking out a break action 410. It's just some old stuff. I found some old ammo for the 410, so I might be bringing it out this weekend when I take my buddy to shoot the AR, the Tech, and the 410. How do you like it, Jacob? I was looking at those. They're pretty inexpensive. Uh, I personally don't know what the H11 Pro is, so probably the CZ 410s are fun. We needed a good shotgun. Look at it, Gen 12. Yeah, I tell you what, every time I shoot that Taurus, it feels like Dragon's Breath, but it's not. It's not. I guess that sparkly, but it can start a fire. Uh, yeah, and Mason, those are definitely fun. Press arms. That's the little AR shotgun that runs from anywhere from like 350 to 450. Um, they have magazine issues. The Genesis 12. I'll definitely check it out, Jacob. I just don't have another phone right here with me right now. You have a 20 gauge and a 410. Yeah, I've shot 20 gauge before. It's pretty fun. What gun do I recommend for your first gun? Something that's within your budget, that's reliable, that you know is reliable, something you would trust with your life. Um, you know, but the Taurus G series that's definitely is very reliable. Um, the M&P Shield 2.0 is very extremely reliable. Uh, Mechanics are good. Um, I will say the finish on them isn't so good, and they'll probably look bad after a while. But I'm pretty sure that's just if you get one of those fancy finishes. Hell nah, uh, not a mag fed shotgun. Yeah, M&P. I like the M&Ps. I had an M&P 22, um, M&P 1522, and I've also had a M&P. I have a M&P 15 Sport One or some shit. I did not WS. Yeah, most definitely, Mason. A lot of people like the new or like those shotguns because you can put an FRT trigger in them. Yes, and you should look it up, Mason. Those AR shotguns when they're reliable with the FRT is it's something that's pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna check out that shotgun, Jacob. You wouldn't trust it? Yeah, Mason, I feel you on that one. Romeo, what's good? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping by the live stream. But if I had one of those, I'd be waiting for someone to break into my house. Yeah, silly Aaron, I have a rail mount. It's just not on there currently. I have a red dot and a shell catcher for it. Man, y'all are typing fast. So it's like a honey badger, but that's just piss rounds like nothing. Hey, I'll definitely check it out, Jacob. Looks sounds cool. Hey, it's always good to be doing good, Romeo. Yeah, most definitely, Alex. That'd be a fun range toy. JWS. They might there might be something on sale. Glock wise, I say just go with a Gen 5, 19X. Have the cheapest shit. Uh, sure. I have Alex, and I like it. Ever had an AK? I have not personally owned an AK, but I have shot an AK before. But I was like 8 or 9 years old. It was a full auto AK, G18. See, I'm not really much of a big Glock guy. So like the one Glock I do like is a Glock 32 Gen 4. You have a Uzi. Yeah, you can call it a Uzi, the MPA 30T, call it a Mac, whatever you want. Yeah, most definitely a Mason. I have a gun that costs $75, and I have a gun that costs uh, damn near $2,000. I have a flintlock. I just don't have anywhere to shoot it. Like you can't shoot that at an indoor range. At the time, they were being taxed a little bit. So I wanted to go buy it. Um, I got bait and switched at one store. They told me 1,400 over the phone, and I got there. It was 3,800. I went to a different store, and theirs was like 29. Then I called a different shop, and they said they could order me one for brand new for like 15. So I went with that. It ended up being like 18 after taxes. Then the racing magazine is over 2,000 right now. Yeah, $2,000 is a lot to spend on a firearm, whether it's a range toy or just a handgun or an everyday carry. It's a lot of money, especially for regular people. I guess you could say. Yeah, it's so AP5Ps. They're imported by Century Arms. They're manufactured by MKE, made on HK tooling. I need to pray to God. Yeah, if that's your thing. You got that. Yeah, Mason. It's just like that sometimes. No, there's nothing wrong with that. I love you. It's crazy. I don't how you love me. You don't know me. I appreciate it. Jack said, "What the fuck? What the fuck, man? What's wrong?" I spent 1,400 on a cig and regret it every day. I believe that, John. I don't think I've seen that, Jacobs. Which magazine, Jack? Yeah, it's a good deal, Mason. And the Intratech, I've seen them being sold upwards of $700. I got mine for a very good deal, I feel like, and I've seen them being sold or auctioned off as low as like with like 12 or 20 days left, and it was at like 90 something dollars. 100 rounds of 22. I'm gonna go with the 100 rounds of 12 gauge. Mason, I'm jealous. Bro is 51. It is a CZ. Is that it is a CZ82 chambered in a 9 by 18. Yeah, 12 gauge. I just feel like I'm gonna run through 22 a lot faster than I would 12. So I feel like it would force me, to get closer. See the G-force blade arms. You're looking for that 9 mil. I have not seen that for truck guns. Like, I mean, there's a lot of good options, and I feel like it's all so under 1,000. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I feel like all the stuff of that nature that I'm into is pretty expensive. Yeah, Jacob, that's what my AP5. Um, it's definitely a truck gun. They try to make they try to make shotguns illegal in war. Hell no, they better not. Yeah, like if I'm carrying a PW, oh, which is rare for me to do in Memphis. If I do take it out, I carry it on my person as well because that is legal. It is a handgun or a pistol, um, but it's every now and then. What would you turn shotgun? Yeah, G4 Plate is basically CZ Scorpion. I'll have to check it out then. I don't think I've seen it. I don't believe in truck guns in Florida. Truck guns get stolen. That's what I was saying, John. Like that's why I said like if I do carry it as a truck gun, since it is legally a pistol, I can legally still carry it or open carry it. Yeah, Mason, this definitely is. You don't got to worry about somebody trying to do you wrong. Like if somebody tries to rob me right now, I'm gonna have to grab. Which one should I grab? The ZZ Taurus. Not grabbing the tech, so don't even say that. Or should I grab the MPA 30T or the AP 5P? There you go. I don't know. I may be thinking about grabbing the MPA and just bump firing it. Cause you can bump fire it one handed. That's nasty. Why you do that to these nice people? Go lay down. Yeah. Let me let this little dog inside. Yeah, Mason's got that little blessing. Ain't nothing wrong with it to have that land. Cause it's on the top of the food chain. Most definitely. Unless you're in war. Yeah. Then it's mustard gas. What's going on, Barrett? How you doing? MC Speedy, hope you're doing good. Appreciate y'all two stopping by for real. Saying what's up in the chat. I say MP5s are on top and all MP5 variants. They come in 308s, 556, all kinds of shit. Shoot for you? They would kick me off the live stream. Drones, yeah. King, you got that one right. Drones. Oh my god. I saw a video of a drone dropping objects into a vehicle that's used in war on tracks, and it fires from a cannon, and it was just like he was shooting a three. Ugh. Speedy, if you want to see anything like that, you're more than welcome to check out my content. Do I know Mr. Beast? No, I do not. I wish I did. Yeah, Mason. I have not shot a Desert Eagle. All right, Speedy. Feel free to check out those videos. But I was gonna say, y'all, I'm actually studying to get my drone pilot license. So maybe in the future, maybe I'll just live stream on whatever Twitter, I guess, or X, because you can post anything on there apparently, and I'll just stream the footage that I'm making or what I'm gonna be flying. You have your drone pilot license? Yeah, Mason. There's definitely a lot of good job opportunities out there with that license. You can't beat military drones with a shotgun. Maybe the backwards engineered drones they're using in Ukraine, but the drones the military we got, the drones they have, oh yeah, John. I'll tell you what, though, the license is fairly inexpensive and it opens a lot of opportunities to jobs. Um, with that license, technically, you can start your own business, get licensed in it, and all that fun stuff for you know wedding venues, stuff of that nature, to get footage for them, and you can get paid upwards of $10,000 per um, shooting you do. Like one of the guys I've talked to out here in Memphis that does it for weddings charges, I think, a minimum of $17,000 for an hour's worth of footage, and so and if you want to go work for the government as a um, licensed drone operator or whatever, I don't know if the jobs are remote or whatever. Someone in my family is doing that currently, and I think they're making around 70 something dollars an hour, and I think starting out, um, it's around 60. Your buddy's got a drone chemical application company. That sounds awesome, Mason. Exactly, WS, you know. And I feel like, ooh, if shit hits the fan and we do go to, World War III or something shit, I'm like, look, y'all, I can fly drones. Please, you stay at home. Yeah, Mason, I bet, there's definitely some very fucking big drones out there. Mm. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of money to be made with it. Yeah, Mason. Last last year we had a very bad storm, and this tree fell, and this guy was trying to cut it out the road. It was at the bottom of a hill up the street from here, and basically what ended up happening is as he's trying to cut the tree down, um, a car full of drunk teenagers um, ran over him and the tree. So like he was underneath his car, their car, and he was like pushed into the tree, pinned into the tree. So after we called the cops and shit because power was out. All you heard was a big boom and screaming, and beforehand you heard the chainsaw. I think like three different fire trucks showed up, and I think everyone got airlifted. And that helicopter landed in our front yard. But I'm pretty sure the man in that incident survived. Thankfully, don't know how, but I do know he survived. That's a he was doing a very nice thing. Like they would have hit that tree either way, but body armor. I personally don't have any. I need to get some. Um, that'd be a good video idea going over different body armors. I know a lot of people that work night shift in Memphis and wear body armor on a daily basis. Same special needs coworker. Man, if he's really special needs, y'all just need to let him like wash dishes or like some clothes. If you're out there in the field, you could take him a bucket of water and a washboard. He's got 9 lives. Oh no. Oh my God. I believe you, Mason. Hopefully you clean those firearms before bringing them in the house. Yeah, Mason, that'll make you slow for sure. Yeah, that's what happens. Thankfully, I don't live in Alabama. He's the only one left. That's sad, Mason. It's kind of sad. Yeah, there's nothing he could do to change the cards he got dealt. Give me a fucking brick. I would have used that brick. He took him to a Packer game. Yeah, but that was probably fun. But yeah, you just have to pick the brick. Yeah, Mason, is he a Packer fan? Or does he just like football? That's what's up, man. It's nice to do good deeds. A glass jar of peanut butter. See, that one's tricky. And you end up fucking up your hands, but like when you got the adrenaline going, you don't care. He pays you. Hey, that's a good deal, Mason. You know, you're making the money there. But yeah, the glass jar of peanut butter. Hopefully, I can break the jar to where I can get a good grip on like the lip of the jar, to where it's like a shard. It most definitely would, John. But like the jar of peanut butter is gonna get me further than the one shot. Was the G3C worth it? It was extremely worth it. Yeah, Mason. Ammo can be stored for a very long time. Yeah, Adrian, I have a review video on it on my channel if you want to check it out. I'll look to you though. I also just posted a review on the Intertech Tech 22 Scorpion if any of y'all are interested on that. And if y'all are just scrolling by, say what's up in the chat. We're just chilling tonight on the road to, I guess, not any subscriber goal as of now. I just want to get monetized so I can start doing giveaways with the money I make from YouTube. Maybe they'll give me back pay. But when I do get the members and super chats and stuff, I'm planning to give out a bunch of members. Uh, really, Mason? That's that they're ignoring all the rules of firearm safety. He's 20 feet, that's safe enough. What's going on, Super 5353? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, Mason. I definitely got stories, but that shit's crazy. He shot his brother. That's the first one's pretty crazy. Hopefully, the second one was an accident. Hopefully, he shot his brother on accident. He sat on the trigger. Yeah, that's definitely a sketchy person to be around if he's just accidentally shooting guns. Shit, did he die from that? Ooh, that's horrible. Yeah, he probably had to rebuild his leg. Yeah, the guy who got shot or a different brother. I was gonna say that'd be hilarious. Someone gets shot and there's no reaction. Different brother. Yeah, that sounds not fun. Sounds dramatic. Mason, that sounds like some real backwoods ass shit. Yeah, they just weren't being safe, Mason, or whatever your buddy's name is. He wasn't being safe. Like me personally, if my buddy accidentally shot me in the leg, you best believe you know what I'm doing next. Did a lot of bird hunting. What bird did you hunt? I can tell you how, Mason. He hasn't forgot to put the gun facing away from him. Quail and turkey. That's what's up. There's some wild turkey back here in these woods. Can you hunt turkey with a Mac 11 clone? Mm. I need some water. It's definitely a real live stream, Mr. Alexander. Yeah, hopefully you do good, Mason. Me personally, I'm not a big turkey guy, but I've never had a like a turkey leg from a fair. I want to try one of those. Smoked turkey. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yes, sir. Super. Hopefully you had some fun. Yeah, but I like honey baked ham. Ham. I like ham. Wait a second. What'd you do? But yeah, if y'all are just scrolling by, got any questions, feel free to ask. We're just chilling tonight. I just posted a video on the Intertech Tech 22 Scorpion. My thoughts about it. So if y'all want to check that out, I appreciate it. Oh no. Oh no. Well, at least you know you got to ask him tomorrow if you work with him tomorrow. Yeah. At least you'll have a super cool story, and you're like, I got proof. Pulls out a shotgun. This is this is the shotgun that shot him. He's 72. Sheesh. Yeah, that's definitely a deal made back in the day. I bet he's funny as shit though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mason. Yeah, it's definitely one of those. It can get repetitive and annoying though sometimes. Like Mason, one of those guys I used to work with, he got into an accident and he doesn't seem retarded, doesn't act retarded. Uh, but he said some retarded shit. Or excuse me, not retarded, slow stuff. I know some people find that word offensive or whatever. Um, but anytime he heard a straight pipe car, he kept saying it's got that cutout on it, no matter what it was. So what he was referring to is those exhaust tips or um, mufflers that have the open and close on them. I can't remember the name, but ever since then, you know, ever since he saw that, every car that man saw is like it's got that cutout on it. And he wasn't trying to be funny. He just kept talking about the cutout, and it was like a daily thing. It was kind of annoying. And, we try to tell him, it's just an exhaust, and we try to explain it to him, but he was trying to tell me 100% I got that cutout on my Mustang. We had an inside joke. We would rev up the work truck and we were like, "You hear that cutout? Uh, that cutout adds 1,000 horsepower." This guy, he said it's got to be at least 40. Mason, he was right. It was at least 40 over there in some sense. 71, still working though. Shit. I appreciate it. Punch the pigs. Yeah. Hopefully, any other employee understands. 'Cause that'll definitely, piss people off. It's like, how much is he getting paid to supervise? Is my question. Yeah, because out here, when people, it doesn't matter who it is, if someone's got, that kind of look to them, it's $8 an hour. Shit. Um, People tend not to like them. Yeah, I couldn't wipe my ass with $8 an hour. He's a local legend. Sounds like it, man. Sounds like he's been through a lot. You know, Getting to be old is a blessing. Yeah, I'd hope. I'd hope he has no bills. From what it sounds, from what you said, it sounds like he doesn't have any. Yeah, that's that big money. It's nice that y'all do that. Same house he grew up in. He probably likes that. I said, I come work with you, but I need $45 an hour and a new house. Just fucking with you. He didn't know he was diabetic for 5 years. That's horrible. He's probably gonna have some other health issues because of that. You get 19 an hour. I don't like to work less than like 20, 25. 20 is on the low end for me. If I'm working at like 20, I feel like I need to be pulling in at least 80 hours a week. But right now I'm just chilling. 28 in the truck, 19 on the farm. That's not bad. Sounds like some good money. Do you have your GED and all that stuff? High school diploma, whatever path you chose. But if you're licensed to be a drone pilot, you should check out those jobs. If that's something you would want to do. Hey, that's what's up, basic. College ain't for everyone. Um, my wife is going to be a radiation technician. Yeah, Mason. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of money in farming, but that's the real backbone of America. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of side stuff you could do with farms. You could sell edibles and so much more. You could start raising horses. There's a lot of money in horses. But you talk about like gravels that visit with us stuff. Yeah, most definitely. But horses can make you a lot of fucking money. I know someone who does, and they got a lot of money. Yeah, like I said before, Mason, soybean, that's in almost fucking everything. It's in baby formula. It's in fucking every fast food restaurant burger, any processed food that says IFF on it has soybean in it. Horses are expensive lawn ornaments. Yeah, they definitely do. They definitely are. Yeah, most definitely, Mason. They drive out of the town. Acres of wheat. Yeah, there's massive fields out here, Mason. I would imagine there'd be similar size plots per se, but there's some nice sized farms out there in Arkansas for sure. Yeah, I believe you, Mason. Let's see if I buy land. I want to buy big acreage, or at least something nice. I would like to have a plot like that, but that shit's expensive. How many acres? At the least, I've been looking at. It was at like 30. Then the most I've been looking at was at like 240 acres. Yeah, 10 minimum. Yeah, the 240 was like 300 or something thousand. There's no house on it. Yeah, and I also actually just saw 140 acres for $140,000 in the mountains of Tennessee. And to buy it, I don't think so, Mason. It's just like woodland. Swampland. Yeah. Um, I know someone who has 2,500 acres, like an hour away. Maybe one day I'll move out there and buy some land. But they have enough land to just let me shoot. Like I could be there and they'd never know. Yeah, I think they said like 1,200 of the acres is just woodland, and the rest is like open fields with their houses. That's like some old money shit. But I know we all wish we were born in the old money. Yeah, Mason, that's a lot of land. Yeah, the guy whose family who owns it is the he doesn't live near me, but he's someone who we see relatively often. And it's just a personal home. It's just the land that's on their home property. Hey, super. I appreciate you chilling out in the stream. You know, just being here. I appreciate you saying what's up in the chat. For real. I hope you have a blessed day tomorrow. You take it easy. You have a great night. I appreciate that, man. And if you want to check out the new video I just posted, I'd greatly appreciate it. It's on the Intratech 22. It's my honest opinions about it. I appreciate that. I'm trying to do more long format content. Yeah, Mason. So I'm gonna tell you something. So for the past like 7 years, I've been mining a cryptocurrency on my phone, and it's had its own value. You've been able to exchange it for like gift cards and stuff, and they've made it a real cryptocurrency. But it went to the blocknet, and when it got released to third party fucking like crypto exchanges, it went from I think like $160 a coin to like 10 cents a coin, which we all knew it was gonna happen. But theoretically, before that happened, I had like $3.5 million, but I did buy 40,000 more coins and put it in a wallet with my other coins. Hey yo, stock trading. During the excuse me, weekdays, I do it for fun. Yes, sir, Mason. The passkey to unlock my wallet is like I think like 295 different letters. Some crazy ass long shit. Yeah, Mason. If it goes back up to that amount, because I think it's at like almost $1 a coin again, but it's supposed to hit like 250, $450 a coin eventually from predictions and shit. So if it does, I'd be set for life. My kids would be set. And I could get one of every gun ever made, and I could put it in a room, and I can have 10,000 rounds of each caliber, all the black powder I would need, all the, all the fun stuff, like 4 or 5 lanes, place to run drills. Yeah, man. Stocks can fuck you up. It's kind of like gambling. I tell you what, something I regret is at one point I was holding like a few billion Dogecoin and ended up selling it before it skyrocketed to whatever it went to. I can't tell if that's a one, but I hope you're doing good. Definitely. I don't think that's Arabic. Well, I don't speak that. I do not remember that, Mason. What's going on, Bill? Hope you're doing good. Appreciate you stopping by. Can you have some good? Oh, this is not a store. Take it easy. Yeah, something I will say about Apple. Someone in my family back in the early '90s had a lot of it. They sold it, sadly, at the wrong time. They bought their shares for like $1,100. They sold it for like 250,000. Yeah, basically, that's what theirs was. But if they would have held on a little bit longer, that's a great investment. What was the original price per share when purchased? Yeah, I was gonna say you probably got a piece of paper somewhere. I know they used to like they still do print some certificates. Like I'm pretty sure owning a singular share of um the Green Bay Packers gets you an owner plaque. 77 cents a share. What's that like? 1.3? Or no, I feel like no. That'd be a lot more. That's a lot of money. Say 2.27, 1,500. Oh, so that's a god damn, Mason. Don't tell people that. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, Mason. Oh, I thought you said you cashed like 90% of it in. I respect it, Mason. No, definitely costs a lot to do what you do. There's a farmer up the street who just pays people to work his farm, and he lives in a house far away from the farm. Yeah, that's what's up, Mason. It's definitely a blessing. Hopefully, not in a bad way. Yeah, Mason, that's great. Definitely live in a good place to make a lot of money. Cost of living is most likely low. You know, getting groceries probably expensive, but live on a farm. You can make your own chicken and rice from scratch. Under barrel Tech 22. Yeah, it's a Tech 22. It's a pre-ban. Yeah, Mason. I like gold. Gold's very safe. Yeah, Mason. I feel bad for someone that goes looking for you on a farm. It's easy to make it look like nothing ever happened. You just need some pigs for cows. Yeah. You should remove the teeth though. Oh my god, that is what you're talking about. uh, yeah, you're right. Really, Mason? You got to put your whole arm in that thing and pull. Yeah, put that little glove on. Y'all let it happen naturally, Mason. Yeah. You should make a YouTube video. You get like a Facebook Marketplace car, get a super safety, do a drive by with a cow. You ride the cow or the bull, and you fill the car up with tannerite and a little diesel and something else mix. You ride the cow, shoot the car go boom, post it on YouTube. No, not do a drive by on a cow, drive by with a cow. I don't think you could post it on YouTube. Drive-bys on cows. Last one got shipped. You gotta train them. I figured cows would be pretty chill. Cows are not chill. Yeah, probably just protective. But y'all, it's getting pretty late. It's almost 1 a.m. here. They are dumb as fuck. Yeah, you don't got the South Park cows. You don't got the smart cows. But yeah, y'all, I'm probably gonna get off the stream. Really, that's kind of funny, Mason. I can't lie. At least the first few times. But yeah, y'all, I'm finna hop out the stream for tonight. If y'all would, and if you want to, feel free to check out the new long format video on the Intratech. I love to y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. I'm gonna leave the stream up and on while I pack up. It's gonna watch this and try to find me or level 4. They're gonna need something bigger than that. Level 4 is not enough. But I really do appreciate everybody being here tonight. I hope y'all had a great day and a blessed night. I hope y'all have an amazing day tomorrow. I am trying to post more long format videos. There will be a video on the CZ82 chambered in 9 by 18 on Thursday. I'll upload the video and go live like I did tonight with the Intertech video. And Mason, you're good after the stream ends. The live chat doesn't stick to public videos like the live streams that I keep public. Um, so yeah, but other than that, I hope y'all have a blessed night. I'm gonna hop off the stream. If y'all would, I'd appreciate it a lot. Check out the new long format video, the video on the Intratech. I would appreciate it a lot. And if you like firearm content, and if this is the first time you are here, and I'm leaving the screen, free to check out the channel, check out some of the content I have posted. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all stay safe and take it easy. I'll see y'all on the next one.